So something I see a lot of that I have an issue with is trail cam photos or trail cam images captured, and that show a dog man or like a Bigfoot or like a goddamn scary ass demon creature. See a lot of that, where people just, that's that and that's it. Hey, that ain't no damn way that's a squirrel. Or that ain't no damn way that ain't no damn way. Unless you're going to do a breakdown and explain why something isn't something, or how you know for a fact it's not, even though you have been out in the woods, or you've been a hunter, blah, 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 you've used trail cams, you should know better than anyone then, and you should be able to break it down better than anyone. You should be able to explain why this is something or why this is not something. And so just, one word sentences, they're succinct, I'll give it that, but it's also not a good explanation. It's dumb. It's lazy, really. It's not so much dumb, it's lazy. And so with my thing is, if you don't think it's this or that, like, why are you not doing more than to put that forth? Like, ask questions. Where's the area? Blah, who's this? What's the images? What kind of camera is it? What model? All this stuff. And so break it down, give an analysis like on it, and say why this is that or why this isn't that. And to me, that would go a long way in helping everybody understand, myself included even, because I'm sure there's people that know a lot more. I just know about imagery and some videography and such like that. He did it a long time ago, always been interested in it, went to school for it for a bit. Design and graphics, all that shit. So, and again, I'm not an expert by any fucking means. If I was, I wouldn't, have a, that could fix this. So, but I'm just not. I'm just somebody who, looks at something and doesn't just say, well, that's not that, it's not that, not. I do it for my own knowledge too, because I actually want to know, and I don't want to look like a fool by just throwing shit out there and someone else that is smarter than me because there are people that are definitely more versed, more tact, or whatever you want to call it, have the knowledge that can come along and just say, you've made a claim and you look like a dummy. And I don't want that, because it sucks to just and I mean that, I don't mean that like it hurts my feelings. It sucks because it makes you lose your credibility. It makes you lose, I guess I just come from a different area for that, or different beliefs or whatever, or I don't even know what you would call it. Not so much beliefs, but a thought process, I suppose. When I'm wrong, it's cool. It's not a big deal. But being proven wrong because you didn't do your your due diligence, or look things up, or because I'm not going to say do your research. It's been taken, and it's a joke at this point, because it makes you look like a fucking idiot, because a lot of people did their research. Ended up they didn't. So research is a whole other topic you could get into. It's not fucking echo chambers on social media where people share unfounded claims, unfounded articles, unfounded websites without reference of any sort or expertise of any sort, and then that's a fact. You read and heard or saw what you wanted. It was confirmation bias. Good luck with that. You fell into the trap. That's one of the principles of scientific exploration and science in general, science theory. Something that you'll talk about is confirmation bias and hindsight bias, all that. And that's where echo chambers are formed, because people look at something and they saw what they already had in mind, that they're like, it reinforces, I knew I was right, somebody else has the same opinion. Because you can't cite in an essay, even for English 101, anything like that. They won't even let you cite Wikipedia, which does have fucking references. So social media is it's a step down from Wikipedia, in my opinion. So again, just because someone shared some bullshit on there that was a friend of yours, that's the thing. People don't look for good, healthy debate is a lost art in this country, because it just feels like when you think of debate, it's two people shouting and yelling at each other or disagreeing again and again and again. It's really not. It's more about to me, debate's well, I guess I didn't think of it that way. I still don't know if I agree with it fully, but I do see the perspective on it. I do see the side, and that's where I like to, I don't like to go to either side of anything too much, because again, that's where you fall into the trappings of echo chambers and confirmation bias, egocentric views, really. You become a self-righteous, narcissistic prick, and typically you already were, though. So, But that's, circling back real quick to imagery, even as a whole, like with things, you can't just see an image that you may not fully be aware of and already have a susceptibility to because someone said, saw something, captured something weird on my trail cam, or caught something weird on my Ring doorbell, and, not look into it further and just say, oh, well, that's a Tyrannosaurus Rex if I've ever seen one. Why is he wearing a tuxedo, though? I ain't never seen one do that. Must be true. So, do your fucking due diligence, man. Just, look shit up. Don't just take somebody's fucking word for something, man. It doesn't mean you don't believe them. You also don't have to fucking sit there and suck them up, man. Don't do that shit. Look at it and say, that looks fucking weird. But maybe I just don't know what I'm looking at. Maybe I don't know. So, or maybe that could be fake, because it's just I don't know, if you stand by, it would suck. I've probably been duped before. I've probably thought some things were, I know I have. Yeah, I have. I've thought some things. I was like, hey, that's something, that's blah, blah, blah. And then it comes out and I'm like, oh, fuck. One of my best examples of that is something I did with the solar lights in the cemetery at night, light reflecting off of it. At night, I think, holy shit, it's a goddamn skinwalker. God damn it, get on out of here. We gotta go. But then I get curious and I'm like, man, and I recorded all that too. It was the first time I thought I had captured something paranormal on video, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to just share. I was like, I want to make sure first. I want to make sure for my own sake, and then because I don't know, it was something I wanted to be sure of and be able to kind of say, hey, I know I went back and did this, man. So I go back and it was a fucking solar light at the right position, but at night, in susceptibility, it's a cemetery. You add all that shit in, yeah, of course, your mind jumps to the darker corners of things. But it's a goddamn solar light. So, yeah. And I mean, another good example of that is a story I heard off of a channel from a pretty well-known creator. And I mean, this is not the only one, but it's the one I know of. And the one I have, I guess, listened to all the way through. A story of a encounter with a dog, man, in actually my state, Eastern Kentucky, though, that side of it. Really good story, really good storyteller. I really enjoyed it. Actually, for a story, the dude did really cool, and I really enjoyed it. That's the kind of person, you really should, you go into, some kind of storytelling, because you're good at it. You know how to put all the elements in there that keep a person captivated, and his retelling of it was very well, it was good. It was a good story, man. I'm not gonna lie. And I didn't feel mad afterward. I didn't feel stupid. I was just like, you got me. That was good. Because I heard it and I was like, I don't know, it's whatever. But it's so engrossing. It's just because it ends up his dog gets defends him, and then the dog man throws the dog. Which is that dog on dog crime? I don't know how that works. I don't know what side of the spectrum the dog man falls more on. The man side or the dog side? He's a dog that's a man, and a man that's a dog. But the dog ends up surviving after the encounter, and everybody's safe and sound, blah, 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 and all ends well. Well, the guy comes out later on, I can't remember how much longer, probably, it was maybe the next year or so, I can't really remember. And it says he fabricated the whole thing. He made the story up. And I'm like, that's a good story. Not bad, my man, not bad. I enjoyed it. It's still the one it's fucked up, but not fucked up, but funny. It's funny. It's still the one I remember the most. I don't remember any other ones I've heard. Because, typically I feel like paranormal encounters are kind of on the boring side. They're not as holy shit. They're creepy and unnerving, but it's not this action-packed, engrossing, holy fuck, man, this is insane. They can be engrossing. I just don't think they're super fantastical, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Typically, it's a little bit more grounded and shorter. If it takes you, to me, any of my experiences I've had, any experience I've heard from people, any of that stuff, even written ones, if they take more than 5, man, I'll even say 10 minutes, that's about as long as they should be. Because some shit happened. Here's some background. Here it is. There wasn't all this. I don't remember what the fuck I was wearing. I don't remember anything other than, there's weird other details I remember. But I don't remember what I was wearing. I don't remember if I saw my girlfriend that day or not. I don't remember if I saw her the next. I don't remember if I saw her that goddamn week. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember all these little details some of these stories relay. And that's how it's I don't know, man. It's just kind of I think it's, if your story holds up under scrutiny and if you're not like affected, because I'm like, if someone questions mine, I don't give a shit, whatever, man. Good. That's great. That's great. I'm still gonna stand by it, especially two of them. And I'm not gonna be shaken. Like, I'm not gonna get offended if someone doesn't, believe me, or is like, that doesn't sound right. It's like, okay, yeah, I guess, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Fuck it, who cares? Like, I think if it really happened, like anything in my life, if it really happened and someone else questions my reality or whatever, or my recounting of events, okay, I'm just not fragile enough to get offended by it. It does not fuck with me. So it's just like, cool. I mean, maybe somebody else has had something similar, I don't know. I mean, who cares? Who gives a shit? Same thing for if I disagree with anyone. Who gives a shit? It's just who I am. I'm just offering, though, do your due diligence, man. Make sure that if you're gonna put something out there and everything, think about everything people might say, they might ask you about, they might ask, request of you to be, lend validity to your shit. Again, one of the scientific principles is extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Keep that in mind.